listening to episode, yes, you heard it correctly, 100 of Paper Player. Thanks for everybody for joining us on this ride to get to episode 100. Now the next quest is episode 1000. I'm your host, Tony. I'm joined with Josh and Jeff. JB may be joining us later, but he spent all his money on Japanese Haruya cards being shipped over in Japanese, so he's currently doesn't have an internet bill, or he can't pay for his internet.
Japanese.
Yeah, he spent all of his money, and now he doesn't have enough money to afford internet or electricity, but he is doing the right thing.
Which waifu pillow is he going to bring this weekend?
We bought him one, and he threw it out because he was embarrassed because he didn't want his parents to see it. We bought him one for... They're pretty, the waifu pillows can be pretty raunchy, but yeah, that's right. Episode 100.
He didn't want his parents to see.
He, before we left the con, he, secretly threw it out. We're like, you jerk. Guys, we did it. Episode 100. No problem. It's going to be easy, fun class, but, if you guys ever want to connect with us in the cast or be enrolled into or have an opportunity to get into our weekly giveaways, just subscribe to us on YouTube and make sure that you make your profile public. If you want to connect with the cast in any other way, just go to our link tree. That's all the different ways to get to us. And then if you're interested in doing the live show, you're more than happy to jump in at the end of the live show today. And you just do that via Discord, and we usually call it the after show, and then we usually post that after too. But today we got some show notes of Magic Roundtable. A new segment that I really do love, which we were gonna have to come up with a little jingle, Josh. Paper Players Custom Curations. I am getting a real kick out of custom cards. I've never paid attention this much before, and they're pretty fun.
Dude, they're so good.
Mom's After School Program, aka the Aftermath. Those cards. We're gonna do a band card segment this week, and it's gonna be geared towards things that are in EDH. I made a post about it, and I got some things to say. And then the member of these, I'll keep this as a surprise towards the end. Maybe JB will be here for that, and then we'll hop into the after show. But bam, Josh, you get any magic in? Nice, right off there.
Actually, I did get some magic in. On Saturday, my old co-op, so Jim and I play Magic.
Yep.
There's another guy who used to play there. His name is Scott, and he sent out
Bat signal.
A bat signal to come play Magic. So I went over there and I drafted Ultimate Masters, with 5 people or whatever, and then it came down to, so we ended up playing round robin.
Yeah.
I went 3-0 and lost in my last match to Jim. 2-1.
Yeah.
And then Jim lost to Ryan Holly or whatever. So whatever. Breakers ended up putting Jim ahead of me, but we had the same record. He took the box topper and got a life from the loam.
Ooh,
and
nice.
I took the demonic tutor. And then I still got a bunch of other good stuff, like a back to basics, and I don't know, there's something else in my binder. When I go grab it later, I'll be like, hey, this was the other card I got.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. What did I draft? I had no good cards. I played red green aggro. And yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever drafted Ultimate Masters, but those Master sets, I don't know if any of them were solid sets. The Modern Horizon sets and the Modern Master sets have been strong, but Ultimate Masters and Eternal Masters, because they had so many weird constructed solely only cards, things like Surgical Extraction or Force Will, which sucks in limited, believe it or not. Yeah.
You ever been triple bolted in Ultimate Masters before, Josh?
Did you do that to me? Yeah, that was what we were playing for. That's the same situation that happened. So
we were playing for the box stopper.
Sure, man.
It's the same thing. We were playing for the box stopper, and Jeff triple bolted me. This time I was playing for the box stopper, and Jim reanimated a. What was his big reanimate target? What's the stupid angel? Rhea Dawnbringer?
Oh,
the white 6 or whatever.
Brings back his 7/7 uncommon that leaves behind a 4/4.
Dude, before EDH, did people actually play that card? Because isn't that card from Rhea Dawnbringer? Is that Cold Snap, or am I thinking of?
No, it's from Future Sight block.
No, it's before that. You go back.
Really?
I think I only know the 10.
There's 7th edition Realmbreaker.
I know the 10th edition art. That's the one that comes to mind because or maybe there's not even a 10th edition. I'm
It's
not.
like an old card.
Yeah, was it in Angel versus Demons?
I think so.
So that was the Chroma.
Well, Chroma's in
I
that
thought
one
they
too.
both were in there.
It might be both in it.
Dude,
it is like a kind of safely card.
I played it in in Kali. I think it came in Kali, the first commander decks.
Dude, I don't know if you ever had the chance to play Angel versus Demons. I think it was was it the first duel deck or the second one? It was the second one because Elves vs Goblins was the first one. The second one, yeah, Angelic versus Demonic. It is the worst duel decks to play against. They just don't. They just both. You have these huge giant demons, these huge angels, and you play cards like Angel's Feather or whatever. Just these horrible cards. Like, man, they really were casual back then.
That was actually the third duel deck because the first was Goblin Elves and then it was Jace for Chandra.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The Goblin Elves ones, those didn't really play really well either.
No, because you're kind of doing your own thing.
Well, it was a lot of one-ofs.
Yeah.
The Elves kind of just ran over the Goblins deck.
Yeah, unless you were like lucky enough to like drop a siege gang and ping off all the L's, which is like you
or
didn't have.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah. Jace for Chandra also did not play well ever because the Jace deck just dominated the Chandra deck. The Chandra deck just had like really bad, like this is in the day where like, you know, before fire design, and they just like smashed in like kind of bad spells. And dude, the Chandra deck is rough. The Jace deck comes with 2 counter spells. And it has all a bunch of like Aether Snipe and all these other bounce things. It's like, geez, the Jace deck is sick.
Yeah, I remember those being really cool.
Yeah. I should bring back dual decks to get rid of what's that crappy thing that they do now?
Jumpstart.
Yeah, so, anything over Jumpstart, and I hope Aftermath is the replacement to Jumpstart because Jumpstart is just like I could do without the 20 extra basic lands. Just give me the 4 exclusive cards, you know.
Yeah.
The Jumpstart, like the actual Jumpstart, is cool. But
Yeah,
the set-based ones are dumb.
Yeah, it's stupid.
yeah, those ones are like a trap.
For sure,
It's a
man.
money pit.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, you get any Magic again?
Oh yeah, I've been playing a bunch of draft on Arena lately.
Dude, this set's so good. It's one of the best.
Dude, it's so
really
much
good.
fun to draft.
Awesome.
I described it to someone at work as it is the best Timmy format.
Dude, it's all over the place.
Because, like I was saying before when we were talking about Sealed, like, last week, like, there's just, you get your Legendary plus your Rare in every pack, so, like, you're almost guaranteed in draft to, like, get a bomb because you can't double pick cards, so, like, someone's going to pass you something.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun, and I will admit there's, like, it feels like a format that has a lot of 3 and 4 drops, so, like, early game can be a little rough to draft, but been drafting red white and I went 7-1 like twice in a row with red white and it just felt so good.
Dude, it's like the first time they've ever made like it's like an equipment space deck or whatever. This is the first time that it's like done well because usually like every other set it's like equipments and auras they've always sucked, but they finally like either the format is slow enough because of how battles are designed that you can actually have time to do that and people aren't just like auto drafting removal. But yeah, like the red white deck is pretty sweet.
This format, like, I haven't enjoyed drafting a format like this probably since Kamigawa.
It's really good, dude. It's just it flows. Like I don't know how to say it. And the games can be really swingy, and you can get kind of back into the game by like essentially double spelling by playing a battle, getting the effect, and then flipping it to get board presence. You're like, wow. Whereas like sometimes you're behind. So there are some like next level plays that you have to be like, if he has this battle and he plays it and flips it, where am I now? And then all the other cards, like the 1 and 2 drops that all have like transform, like there's something to do with your mana, and those things like upgrade throughout the set or whatever. Or the matches.
I had a match and it was to play for the last one. Welcome, JB. I was at 1 life. My opponent had out the creature. When it dies, it like deals damage.
Yeah.
So, like, I couldn't obviously block it to kill it. So I had, like, blocked with, like, I think an 0-1, because I had the 2-drop 0-1 with Hexproof, Flash, and it backups.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, crazy. And I did that, blocked, and then ended up swinging and gaining enough life and turning the game. And I was at 1 when that happened, and I finished the game at, like, 18 life.
Dude, I've played multiple games where I got down to exactly 1, and I stabilized and, like, turned the game.
It's so crazy.
It's super fun, dude. The set's really
Talking
good.
about a learn?
No.
I did forget to talk about that, though. I did play at FNF.
Oh, yeah, you did play. I forgot.
I really enjoyed the deck, man. Like Allurin, like
I went to FNM.
I going to it or playing it for the first time without having any experience because I know you sent me the deck list, but I didn't really look over it.
Yeah.
I need to talk about this too because I told Ali I was going to brag about beating him. Game one, he like steamrolls me, or I wouldn't say steamrolls, but he beats me pretty easily.
Yeah.
Game two, I end up comboing pretty fast, and then game three, we get into this grind match where it's just going back and forth, and I finally build up where I have two Force of Wills in hand with two blue cards and decide to combo, and we're like fighting over it, and I end up getting him, and it just I don't know, that deck feels so rewarding, and I went 2-0, and then round three I played against Show and Tell.
Yeah.
And that was a rough match. Like he got me game one, game two I comboed him out.
Well, the way you beat Show and Tell is because I believe you can put in Allurin. So
You
like
can.
you're like, all right, here we go. Like you just aggressively go in and get an Allurin, and hopefully you get the combo.
Yeah, and the hope is
So-
that you don't have them land Grizzlebrand and then draw 14 cards to stop your combo.
Yeah.
That's the key.
So, I mean, you could always respond to the Grizzlebrand too, and if you have more than one, like.
Yeah, you just have to hope that you don't whiff.
So game three, I keep a two-lander. It's Island, Underground Sea, and I have double Force of Will in hand. So I go turn one. I think I pondered. He goes and he plays Ancient Tomb, Petal, and then casts Magus of the Moon. So I go Force of Will, and I think he had another land out because he ended up Flusterstorming, and I totally like blanked, and I was like, oh, I can't force his Flusterstorm because there's just multiple copies, and I let it resolve, forgetting that I can just Force Will the Magus, and like I kind of blew myself out because he literally killed me with that Magus, doing
man.
18 damage.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't recover because like I didn't have
everything's
Snuff
non-basic.
Out. Yep, and Snuff Out wouldn't be able to do anything because nothing would be a swamp.
Yeah. That's essentially a bad beat. Like there's really I don't know if you have any Magus the Moon is like one of the cards because the deck plays only 4 basics, like you can get super punished.
Well, and he said he even picked Magus because he had Blood Moon in the board, but he knew I was playing Force of Vigor.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And then round 4, I played against
Reanimator got Raffle Stomps.
Reanimator. Well, so game 1, I beat him. Like, not easily. Game 2, he like steamrolled me, and then you were kind of watching game 3, and like I ended up killing the Archon with.
He drew the Endurance the turn after he reanimated, and I was like, of course, that's the way it goes.
But I ended up killing the Archon with the Snake with Death Touch, but at that point he had 2 Dothies out, and I literally that deck has no response to that card.
Yeah, you were Ludobs. You were just
Ludobs. But again, it's an awesome deck. I'd love to build it. There's so many dual lands in that deck that it would take me years to build that deck.
Yeah, it's 2 UCs, or sorry, 3 UCs, 2 Trops, 1 Bayou, and then Allurin is like it's a
$60 card or whatever.
It's like $60, but it is like it is a reserve list card.
Reserve.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's Force of Wills, all that other stuff. It's expensive, but it by far it is the most fun I've had in Legacy, and I don't know how
stop
long.
playing only red, and then maybe you can have.
Well,
real
this
cards.
deck specifically
I have
is
not played red at all this year, Jeff.
to be fair, the Allurin plays like it's a different style like blue deck.
Combo.
It's just different. Like you have multiple axes of attack. Like it's a combo deck that just gets to go like, oh, you stop my combo, I'll just go beat you up with arrow then.
I did that.
Yeah.
I definitely did that against someone.
You just shift gears. I'm going here now.
You should try Maverick. With what's the stupid
Solitude,
Minsk and Boo.
Minsk and Boo. Yeah, okay, it's not bad.
It's so good.
I
I think you would like that deck, Jeff.
Yeah,
round 2, the second match when I played against Painter Servant.
yeah.
And he had a Magus out, and I swung and he blocked and traded, and it like opened up for me to do things. And game 3, I had gotten down to 16 cards, so I couldn't kill him with the Alluring combo.
Funny.
So I casted Uro, and I had enough to what is that ability called again? Escape the second one.
Yeah.
And I was about to do it, and then I was like, wait, this card's legendary. Holy cow. Because I never played with Uro when it was in any format.
Yeah. It's
So I was like,
I mean,
oh, yeah,
you still
that's
get the
legendary.
ability when it comes in, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But like,
I'd rather
Just
keep the
spend
mana
one.
up to hardcast the Force of Will that was in
I
hand,
guess.
which I did multiple times in that game.
Yeah.
Hardcasted Force.
yeah.
you'll definitely do that with that deck.
But
JB,
yes,
you
anytime you're not playing, I will definitely play Alluring.
I probably won't be. I'm only there to play like my league matches, which we are in a legacy league thing with like a bunch of locals, and everybody plays everybody, and then winner best record takes all the money. I think
Nice.
No, it's top 3.
whatever. But I have some.
yeah,
I have
get
actually.
some,
I have an idea that I'm gonna float to Taylor about it. But anyways, JB, you get any Magic in?
Yeah, I played in the Legacy event too. I played Rug Lands. So it splashes blue to play Ipnu Roulette in case someone's playing Doomsday. And then also plays Flusterstorm out of the board, which is really good sometimes. And that's literally the only blue cards in the deck. Oh wait, Hydroblast too.
Yeah.
It's got like one of those in there. But had a lot of fun with it. I mean, I always like playing lands. It's always like goofy garbage, and like I really made my what was it? Okay, so I think it was third round. I was 1-1 at that point, and I played against an Elves player. Didn't know he was on Elves. I kept a hand that was like Mox Diamond, Crop Rotation, Thespian Stage, Tabernacle, Exploration, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe not Exploration. I think that Life from the Loam. And I led on the blind. I led Tabernacle, Diamond, Pass. And he looked at me and he went, "Did you really lead with a Tabernacle?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he played an elf, and I just started laughing. And then he was like, "Why would you take that line?" And I'm like, "Because in my mind, I can Crop Rotation away
The Tabby.
the Tabernacle if it's a worthless card against you in this matchup. I can go get something else."
That's so funny.
So he's just like
Line blow him out.
he was so mad. Well, he wasn't mad about it, but he was just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, that's my mentality on this. I think it's fine."
Yeah.
Like, I had enough backup in my hand that like it was gonna be okay either way. Like if it was combo, I'm probably losing game 1 anyways. But
Yeah.
and that's the problem is I need to stop playing blue to beat combo decks.
There's none at the store.
And no, there are. There was a ton running around for a while. It was nothing but.
I mean, Painter
And,
Servants combo.
Well,
Yeah, it's
my
interactable
blue
combo. It's
doesn't
it's,
stop
it's not
it,
it's
yeah.
not it's not Storm or like Grizzlebrand or what
Or-
is it?
or,
yeah, it's interactable combo.
Tess or whatever.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, the blue in there is just like, it's not worth playing. Those matchups are gonna be bad either way. Like having the blue in there won't win me the match.
Yeah, if you're not like boarding 15 cards in to shore up the matchup, like what are you doing?
Exactly.
Like just move on.
Yeah, I think I'll just go back to red green. But I also played against round 2. I played against a 4-color pile. Where they play only one basic.
Yep.
And both games, it was just me wastelanding him out of the game the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Wasteland's gnarly, dude. Especially when you
it's-
get to punish those decks.
Yeah, the only thing that they can do to really stop you from doing that, not even Force of Will stop you, they have to have Force of Negation, and they run 2.
Yeah, and
Because
that only
that stops the life from the loam.
it only gets one of the life loans. It doesn't get all of them. So like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like if you draw a second one, it's like phew. Really like
Then you're back on.
they should be playing endurance to when you do life of the loam. It's like start over.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. And I mean, to be fair, there was a turn where I drew a life from the loam, had one in the bin or whatever, and wasn't reoccurring it because I wasn't thinking I was going to be able to wasteland lock him.
Yeah.
And then he missed a land, and he enduranced away the life from the loam at the end of his turn to make sure I couldn't reoccur. And then I was like, I'll just cast this one.
Yeah. And he just
And
eye
started
roll.
wasting again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just like, oh man.
Yeah. It's such an eye roll moment. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, I forget what I lost to. I can't. Oh, show and tell. Same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was running
Yeah.
hot. He turned 1-1 on camera.
Did he?
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
so funny.
And Juan goes, "Hey, I don't have Solitude." It's like, okay, next game.
Pick him up, boys.
I didn't play against a single Wasteland now that I think about it.
Yeah, this.
Good.
Yeah.
I
got
mean, it's
lucky
not
with
that
one.
bad for your deck because you have some number of basics that you can get away
Or-
with fetching into
You,
them.
you can
Yeah.
also outpace it too. Like
Yeah.
if you play like a singular Earl, like their Wasteland plan, unless it's lands, it's just never gonna work. Like Wasteland is specifically like great in Delver to like make you slip up, and if you ever get the chance to just go like Earl, get up one more land, the Wasteland is just out the door. It's no longer a thing.
Yeah, they're now behind.
Well, it's no longer an option.
I played like a C2. I
Mhm.
went 3-1.
Yeah. Get a round one beat
Or
by
no,
Juan beat.
2-1. Sorry, I didn't play the round. I didn't play round 4. I played 3 rounds. So I lost. I played round 1 to Juan, and I got there game
Yeah.
1. I was playing Blue Red Delver, but I was like, I don't play Magic very often. I'm going to play the cards I like. So I was playing Sprite Dragon. I played a full set of Mishra's Baubles because I didn't know what to do with
Yeah.
Expressive Iteration gone, and I didn't
Yep.
have the card people were playing. So I played a full set of Baubles. And I put some Delvers in.
Classic.
Yeah, bringing it back.
What's up, 2015?
Did you feel good about playing them at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt really good about the deck. In game 3. I lost to Juan. He had exactly the endurance to stop me from casting the Murktide.
Yeah.
And he got me in game 3. Game 2 or round 2, I forgot who I played, but I kind of just ran over that guy.
What was he playing?
I don't even remember. I just remember like
It was so easy, I didn't
The
even remember.
disrespect.
I remember his
Man.
personality. This is what it is. But I remember like I kind of just like ran over him. And then round 3, I played against an Infect game, and that was very back and forth. But I eventually Sprite Dragon got there for the win.
Nice.
I was actually really impressed with Sprite Dragon for the night.
It's okay.
It gets like out of people like ignore it.
Well, that's what I was
Like
gonna
you
say.
guys-
People are
like
like,
you guys just did. People ignore it.
people are just waiting for the Murktide to slap, and you're like, oh, this thing's a 5/5, so yeah, whatever. I'll just kill you with this.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about it is it can get
What's the
prismatic.
Yeah, that card.
Yeah.
I don't
And
play
Fatal
white,
Push.
sorry.
Well, whatever. Who plays
No one
Fatal
plays that
Push
card
other than
anymore.
No
I
one.
finally
Shadow.
added that card to the cube.
I mean, it's a good card for
Sweet.
an uncommon.
Is the video for FNM up yet?
No, so me and Josh, we actually recorded some audio over match 3, which was the most interesting of the night. Match 1, rounds 1 and 2 are okay, and then round 4 it's okay too. I just got to do the audio over it because
Okay.
it's silent. So the idea was to get 2 people at the same time, but it sounds like you guys are gonna be busy, so I'm gonna be throwing that up probably this Saturday, and then we'll have some more legacy content up. But that's what I did recording, and then the best thing happened because the store owner forgot that I was going to be recording, so I had to get to a different spot, which the lighting was way better. So I was like, I'll take this spot all day. Just give me this spot going forward. So it's more
Yeah,
ideal.
as long as we can take out the light.
Well, I went back to the store. They haven't even turned it on, so I don't think that light's ever coming back on.
It's just off forever.
Yeah, they have like
That'll
100 lights in that store. What do you just go down to 99? What's the big deal? Commander, baby. Yeah, and then I played league matches. I am 1-1 in our current league. I lost to Constant. How do you say his name, JB?
Constantine.
Okay, Con Man.
Con man, yeah.
I lost to Con Man, and then I beat Taylor, which it was fun because he was playing Red Green Initiative, and I was lucky enough to just be like, I have a guy that has a 1/1 flyer that has flash and draws a card, so I'll just take the initiative. And just immediately took it, and he's just like, oh, and I was like, and I'll
And
follow
it
it
has
up.
death touch, so I can like make sure that I kill
Oh yeah,
the guys that
I'll just
matter,
block.
you
I'll
know?
block all your initiative guys, and it was it was pretty good. He's like I definitely overestimated or underestimated like 8 1/1 flyers. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good when you're playing, that.
Nothing
And
but
then,
ground guys.
and all I
who-
did was I just gripped like Force Will. So as soon as I saw Fury, I was like, yeah, I don't care what the next spell is going to be. Goodbye, Fury.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, as long as I don't die to this now.
yeah, like Fury is just the only thing.
Dude, I'm gonna razz him a little. He was so pumped because he's been avoiding playing matches because he wants to get in reps against decks before he plays them.
Well, the best
Like
part
he
was
wouldn't play me a couple weeks ago because
Yeah.
he's like, I haven't played against blue-white at all. I can't play against you.
Yeah. My favorite part was, like, so I have the initiative, so I'm in the Undercity, and then I also have a card that lets me venture through the dungeon just randomly in my deck, Asrax, so I was able to go through the dungeon faster than he was.
That's so funny.
I was like, check this out. Yeah, I'll use the ability before you. And he was like, no, you have to go to the other dungeon. I was like, no, I'm stuck in this dungeon. I have to complete this one before I go to the next one. I goes,
That's so funny.
I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. So, yeah. All right, dudes.
I casted that dude a couple times, like
You just do it for value.
just to like scry and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Just a bonus.
like your back's against the wall when you're doing that.
But it's you can get out of things with it. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's a cute
It's
card.
nice to have.
Yeah.
But mentioning the 8/11 flyers, there was plenty of matches I did hella damage with just swinging 1/1s, man.
Yeah.
They chip in for damage, and they're super good at blocking, like,
I was gonna say, you know what else
Goif
they do?
like
Block a
threats.
20/20.
Yeah, I do. I love when I was on Learn and Jeff would play, like, or JB would play, like, Dark Depths. I'm like, all right, here's a 20/20. I'm like, I'll just block with the 1/1. It doesn't have trample, right? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, I'll just block.
That's why the spear's in there now, baby.
Yeah, the spirit is
I'm gonna
tough to get
trample.
with. But yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, dudes. Let's go right into the custom curations. I got some hot ones.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't want to see these.
these are fun, dude. I
I'm
like
so
them.
hyped.
You're the only one that doesn't like these. These are
Yeah,
great.
this is so fun.
So my problem is he came to my work to show me them.
I did.
Showed up at my work.
There's like
and just started
100
going
of
like,
them.
look at all these, and I'm like, okay,
I'm gonna start doing that now, dude.
just come to my work.
So,
Go
don't.
out of my way to get gas that's more expensive.
I'm just gonna let you know. If your card ever shows up on here, and if you're a viewer of the show, this is purely just in good fun. Some of these are just really nonsensical, and sometimes we just got to put some people in check because some cards that they create
Yeah.
are just
Ridiculous.
I'm not saying anything I wouldn't post as a comment.
yeah. All right, so the first one, actually, a card that I think is good. Like, I was like, this is impressive, good. So it's
Is that your art? Is that you?
I
Is
would
that
hope so.
AI generated Tony?
I would hope so, but it's Balthor Rockfist for red 1. It's a 2/2 with haste and first strike, and then you can tap 2 untapped dwarves you control to destroy target artifact, and whenever an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target dwarf you control. This seems like a reasonable card. Good design, boom.
Doesn't break anything. Gives you a little bit of flavor.
It
Different-
has a deck already in EDH it can go into.
Yeah, it's just like it's just cool, but so great job.
This is illegal.
Yes.
You can't show me ones that are okay. This is against the rules.
Well, I'm gonna show you.
It's something egregious. Come on.
We'll get there. This one, Blessing of Angels, same thing. It's white for 7 mana total. Instant for each creature attacking you or a planeswalker you control, create a 4/4 angel.
I thought this was an enchantment at first.
No, so it just makes a bunch of 4/4s at instant speed.
Yeah, cool.
Completely fair. Okay, it's all right.
This card's pretty.
Now we go into this card exists already, but just the color shifted. So we have Defiling Harvest, which is just exploding borders, but instead of it being red, it's black. So it's the same exact card.
I seen it.
It's instead of it dealing damage, it's loss of life. So yeah,
Alright, sure.
I hope this person made this
Okay.
organically, or they're just like, I love exploding borders so much, I had to make a second copy.
I need a new
I need to
one
be able to play two
for
in
my
my Jund
Jund.
deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some young guy.
JB used to be. I saw this card and it was like, I was like, hold on, JB. When we first started playing Magic, JB had a 5-color deck that he played Child of Alara, and he had this card in it, and he would
Yep.
beat me with this card. It's so
Yep.
bad, but I was like, I need to cast. I was trying to cast like Nico Bolas for 8 mana, and he's just like exploding borders. I'm like, not again.
Yeah, it was so great because I could go get a land and be able to have more domain.
Also, I think you had Fusion Elemental in the deck, and you also have Child of Alara in the deck. So like,
And I
even-
had Progenitus.
I don't know if you ever casted. You might have casted the Progenitus once, but you definitely
time.
had the Child of Alarin, and I remember just being like, "This is the most busted card," because if I just played my Nico Bolas, he'll just sack this Child of Alarin, and I lose everything.
This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. You guys talking about being innocent Magic players.
Dude,
It was so good. We
What
played
happened
such
to you
trash.
guys? I'm surprised you guys don't smoke cigarettes.
I loved like Naya Hushblade, and JB would play Bant
I played
Sureblade.
those.
He had the
you
first
remember
strike one,
those
and that
knights
one's the
would
best.
pump?
Yeah.
Remember those knights from Alara that would pump
Yeah.
based on alternating colors? Like you'd have to
Yeah.
like pay the 4 other colors.
Yeah.
I played all of those knights.
I just remember
I
getting,
miss those days when EDH matches would take 4 hours, but you had fun doing it.
yeah. I would get
Oh,
so
EDH. It was just tabletop 60 card.
yeah, I would get so locked into like these are my colors, so I got to beat him with my colors, and I only bought like one booster box, and I was like, there's got to be something in here, and he's just wrecking me with Bant Sureblade. I was like, how do I beat a 3/2 first striker? It's not, or is that one the one with first strike? I was like, how do I beat this? Because I can't beat it. And I was like, all right, well, how if I'd be like, Woolly Thoctar, and he'd be like, all right, I give it Exalted. I'm like, how do I block this? This isn't fair.
That's huge.
And he played Rocks Warmonks against me once, and I was like, I can never win. And I was like, yeah, I'm playing like Wild Nakados.
Legacy playable for a little while.
Yeah,
It was
played Legacy.
In Bant,
Yeah.
countertop.
Yeah.
Or it was in Natural Order too.
All right, the next card. All right, here we go. Avacyn, Angel of Nope. So this is 3 for a hybrid. So this one is 3 for a hybrid. So it's Azorius hybrid 2 times, so 5 mana total for a flying indestructible, which looks like flavor text for some reason. So that's whenever your opponent casts a spell, you may scry 1. Use this ability as an instant. It puts that in quotations just in case you didn't know. If the card that was looked at is a blue spell, you may cast it in response to your opponent's spell, ignoring this card's ability on the stack, whatever that means. And then if it is a white spell, you may pay for its mana cost and exile it +1 permanent your opponent controls.
Wait. So does that mean...
That's pretty good.
I was about to say, if you stifle, you can't stifle the triggered ability because it's on the... You ignore it.
Yeah, you're ignoring the stack. You still get to cast the
I
card.
don't understand what he's trying to convey here. What's the point? If the
I
card
know we're
thought
supposed to be
stifle was
nice.
too good.
Yeah,
Scry.
why is it 1 scry 1? Like you may 1 that you may pay 1. You may 1.
Scry 1.
Real quick, Tony. Someone commented on YouTube saying that the Facebook stream keeps freezing.
Oh no, that stinks. So, well, they switched over to
What can we do about it?
I don't know if I can do anything about it. That might be. Let's see what the upload looks like.
All right.
I know you're trying not to be mean, but I feel like someone had like a stroke while writing this ability.
This might be a 14-year-old's card. So, yeah. I'm looking at the stream now. It doesn't look like a stream. It might be. Anyways, thank you for switching to YouTube. See, that's exactly why we're multi-streaming.
Correct.
All right, so my comment to this was what? I was like,
Yeah,
what? I was like, what? Oh, boys. I say this one the best for last, okay?
Wait, hold up. And it's Avacyn? Why is Avacyn on Amonkhet?
Yeah, who knows? It's Angel of Nope. All right, this one is the...
there's an Azorius background,
all
too.
right, so this one's Abomination of the Shadowed. It is a Planeswalker with 5 loyalty for red X, okay? Its ability is +1, make a 2/2 black zombie creature token, -1. Target creature you control fights another target creature you don't control, and then -9. Abomination of Shadow deals 11 damage to each creature, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, you may add colorless. What is the X?
It's nothing.
Yeah, what is the X for? And what is wrong with his right arm, bro?
You can pay 2. You can pay 3. You can pay 4.
You can pay 0, dude.
So I think they're
I
intent.
guess the only
Planeswalker
benefit
at
someone played against Chalice of the Void and got real mad.
Perfect. Good. I like what you're thinking. Dude, when I read this card, I was like, what's the X for?
This card is just busted.
I missed that completely.
Oh yeah, it's broken.
I mean, come on, this card is.
Unreal.
We all
I
know.
was supposed to say add X colorless.
Yeah, guys, but it does. It does. Come on, guys.
It does. The
Outta
dice
here.
for removal, that's for sure.
Dude, I just had so much fun reading this card. I was like, what is going on? It's a goblin? Okay, so it's a goblin, right? But it makes zombies.
It's a shaman, dude. Shamans raise zombies. Come on.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
At least give him that.
Also, 2 mana for 5 loyalty with like making a creature. This is
Insane.
okay. This
Is
is like
this just better than Oko?
Yes.
it's close. It's close. It's close.
No.
Yeah, this is better. I think Oko could come unbanned right now and standard would be fine.
Not standard.
Standard.
No way.
What?
Fine. I'm
Not
just
fine.
being dramatic.
Yeah,
That
I
was
got
cool.
it. All right.
Continue on.
Anyways.
I will ignore you on that.
What? Is that how much you paid for X?
Yeah, exactly.
3 watts.
I just love this. He's like, I'll never get challenged. I've thought of every angle.
I'll always land this card.
Also, like, it's legendary planeswalker dash, not the name of the planeswalker, just Goblin Shaman.
I know it's a creature
But yeah, why
player.
does it have a creature? Oh my god.
You can't play any more if you play Goblin, does it die?
I don't know, man. I don't know how this card works.
Does it? How does if you name Goblin with Plague Engineer, how does that work?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, one less loyalty.
Oh yeah, there you go. Smart. So I think he meant to put the X like at the beginning of your upkeep. Add,
X.
this many colorless.
Well, that'd be insane.
Is that the passive?
That'd be even
ability?
better.
Yeah, it's a passive at the beginning of your upkeep. You may hold on.
Why
It's
is
also
it at the bottom?
it's also at the beginning of your upkeep. So like you're gonna lose that mana.
Yep.
Instantly.
You gotta have something to do with it.
No. What if you play that one card that lets you keep mana through all phases?
Yeah,
One
sure.
of the
Which one?
Omnaths
There's
does
a
that.
couple.
Either way, it's a sick combo.
The Omnath and the guy who gives mana burn back to
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
dude, I had fun with that. All right. So this week, I know this was spoiled like a month ago because of the leaks. The Pinkertons came and recovered them, but Wizards did reveal their mom cards, and there's some pretty hot ones. So I don't plan on reading all these, but the Ob Nixilis has a lot of talk around it because it's going to be paired with Cat combo. Also goes infinite with
Legacy or Modern?
probably Pioneer.
Oh, Pioneer. Okay.
Yeah, because these are legal in Pioneer. These aren't Eternal.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So I hope they do this aftermath like every set and just replace Alchemy and do Alchemy because Alchemy is done. Let me rephrase that. They didn't do Alchemy for this set, so there's no online exclusive, and I think they're finally throwing in the towel for Alchemy.
Good.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think so too. So
Great abomination.
the Ob Nixilis is probably going to be strong just because it also goes infinite with March of the Machines, the enchantment, the 5-mana enchantment. It does an infinite loop, so that's pretty nice. Where you can go turn 4 that, turn 5 this, and then infinite them in standard now. That's pretty big. Tazri, which is just meh. Nahiri. So, Josh, I know you look into the lore of this stuff. What?
New villain.
Yeah, that's what people are saying, that Nahiri is going to be the next villain or whatever.
Darn it, I haven't actually read anything.
I just know like all the Planeswalkers lost their spark and
Johnny kept his and kind of just disappeared. He dipped.
it's like, peace.
Um,
I'm going to go do cat things.
I know Nisa was trying to fight some stuff and called on the ley lines, but they weren't responding. But Chandra helped her. It was like, their bays.
Yeah. All right.
That's all. I haven't read anything new
Neither
about the
have I.
story since then.
But it's like a bunch of Planeswalkers got a creature form, and I guess it's cool. I haven't looked at any of the cards, to be honest with you. I just haven't cared. Like, it's just like,
There was
Yeah,
a reprint
where I
in
am.
this set too that I was kind of
Training Grounds. Yep.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
Ooh, that's a good card. It's been a while.
Yeah.
that's going to be in all formats now.
When was the last time that was? Did it only
only
hit
has-
the one?
It only has Rise of
Only
Eldrazi.
World War.
No, Rise of
Or, yeah,
Eldrazi.
Rise.
It's like
That's crazy.
50
And it was in
$40.
mystery boosters.
Yeah, because it's
but-
Yeah,
a
that's
unique effect that doesn't come from anything
Well,
else.
it works specifically with Level Up, so it was really
Yep.
good with Level Up. So
That's what I mean. So if you want to be doing that,
But this Kolgun Warmonger, pretty sweet for a dragon deck. Because whenever it attacks, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a dragon among them, put them into your hand. That's got to be like an include for EDH decks, right? For like those.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not when it connects. It's that, and then the Karn
when it
is
attacks.
doing Karn is just another construct.
card generator.
Yeah. This one's pretty interesting too. This is kind of like
Granite Ruins.
yeah, it's pretty.
Isn't
interesting.
this just a power creep to that Greenland?
Or in
from-
Reef?
what
Yeah,
was that?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty strong, and there's a lot of things that care about counters now. I didn't really look at, like I said, there's so many cards to read. I think they spoiled the entire thing. This Spark Rupture though,
Dude.
R.I.P.
That's crazy.
attracts
Good
decks. Yeah, I like this card a
Right.
lot. I think that's like some people don't think it's. I think it's legacy playable. If like Minsk and Boo is a problem, you just go like, okay, play this, and then you're just like, yeah, nice deck.
Good luck.
Yeah, like
That's the crux of your deck. And your way to
Gold
win.
Forge Thopter is going to see play in Standard and Esper Legendaries. Or Esper Legends.
yeah, for this, yeah, that, I can see that. It's for sure good. Also, 1/3 lifelink flying artifact is pretty good.
Yeah, it's harder to kill. It protects literally all of your creatures.
Dude, it's got
Oh, yeah,
6
Jeff,
stats.
are you gonna try playing the
No.
standard? No,
I don't have a standard deck I'd want to play.
Yeah.
the $120 standard that you could win the brainstorm in.
As much as that'd be awesome, because that
you imagine
brainstorms millions, billions.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 grand or something.
So, This card, Filter Out, I think is so good. Like I when I first read this, I had to do a double take. I was like, "Excuse me, what does this do again?" So for blue 1, it's an instant return all non-creatures, non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Like I know it affects
Yeah, I'm
you.
too dumb to know why this is good.
It's just good. Like just imagine like
You guys talked about prowess, but I
Like
don't know.
paradoxical outcome.
well, it's similar to
Yeah,
that. It's
but
it's more like a
worse.
cyclonic rift. It's like put all your mana rocks back in your hand at the end of your turn.
For EDH,
For
yeah, I
EDH,
don't.
yes.
That's
I
what-
get
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Side of EDH.
I thought you were talking about like a real format.
Fair. My bad. So like also like attracts the super friends, like all those stupid decks. You're just like, all right, put all your stupid planeswalkers in your hand. Good luck casting all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all those decks that do like that. It's just a fast, quick effect, and then if anything with like, so now you have
How
what's
attracts us super friends?
it's the 4-color planeswalker deck that everybody loves for EDH.
EDH.
It's like
Oh,
it's like
EDH.
the one. Like people love
The
that
original
deck.
Atraxa, not the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this card is like it's similar to like Retract and Paradoxical Outcome. This would be a copy number 9, 10, 11, 12. So if there's
The
a way,
paradoxical is way cooler because it draws you a million cards.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the versions of this deck all did like it was like a storm counting or storm building thing where you play Retract because it returns all artifacts and you redump all of them to build your storm count. You just keep building your storm count to then finally just shoot them, and all your storm cards that it costs 0 are like Mox Opals and Mox Ambers. So they're all generating mana. So you're like, all right, I'll float 7 mana, bounce it all back to my hand. Play it again, float 7 more mana, bounce it all back to my hand. And like you just gotta find like this.
Vintage playable?
It seems strong, right?
You already play like repeal
Yeah.
in paradoxical decks.
You're
as,
like
a
pick up
one or
your
two.
like you could like pick up your 3 Moxes. They get to play them on their turn, but at least on your turn you just deny them 3 mana.
Yeah, and it does it to your opponent. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know,
Well,
what
that's
you're
what I'm
using
saying.
repeal for already, you can do it right. Oh, non-creature. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't hit creatures. So that's
Never mind.
that's the
so
big-
it's worse.
Yeah, it's a big stinker. Then there's Metropolis Reformer, which is just every person that likes to gain life. You have Hexproof, Vigilance, Lifelink. It's 2/3 for 3 mana, and then also it's whenever it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. So Blasphemous Act, gain 13. Woo!
This
Oh.
card's okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
Blasphemous Act is pretty sick.
This
Cards
card
are
needs
awesome.
flash.
Yeah. And then the last one I looked at that I liked, which was the Convoke Vampire. That's a 2/2 lifelinker. That's a lord for vampires. Thought that was cool. Also has Madness. I wonder if that works in combination. Can you convoke the Madness cost?
I don't know.
They haven't they
That's
haven't
a good
confirmed that.
question. No, because it's an alternate cost, isn't it?
Weird.
It says cast it for its madness cost, and then convoke says creatures can help cast this spell. So I don't see why you couldn't do both together.
Good point.
Yeah, but I thought it was like, I don't know.
it's really weird.
Get a
Just
judge. Call up a judge.
yeah. Let's get,
Convoke isn't an alternate cost; it's an alternate mana pay. Like it's kind of like Phyrexian mana, where you're choosing one or the other to pay that mana.
gotcha.
Guys,
All right.
why'd you look it up?
No, I didn't.
No,
You big
I
brained
just-
on this one.
I'm just big brained in general.
All right, guys. So I made a post this week on Facebook, and it's about cards I think they should come off the ban list for EDH. And boy, did that get some Jimmy's rustled. So
Dude, I would just like to state all of you people commenting that Coalition Victory and Biorhythm should stay banned have no idea what you're doing.
it's just
Why, those cards are so slow and so bad.
yeah. Let's
In
go.
nowadays format,
So we'll talk about Primeval Titan, right? Primeval Titan, everybody's like, that's got to stay banned. I go, dude, the game has evolved like from 2014.
I still see the argument
I know Josh
better
hates
than most of the other cards.
Yeah, Josh hated it.
I mean,
yeah,
No, before I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
at this point,
you have
it's like it's not Thorical.
there's so
I'm
many
telling
different ways to stop people from searching their libraries now. Like before, it was just like singularly like Aven Mind Sensor, right?
And Stronghold, yeah.
This does it like if you do take this card off the ban list, though, it does homogenize, and everyone's going to be playing Prime.
I'm okay with everybody
In
playing
their
it because
green
I'll
deck,
just
sure,
then
whatever.
you can't be angry when you go to primetime and I play an opposition agent. Like just the whole idea is like if there's something that you don't like, there are ways to like deal with it, and it's not like this is your commander. When it's you, the
Yeah, that's
Make
what they
you
said about
making
Hogak.
whatever.
Fair.
That's different.
okay,
That's a one-on-one format.
Yeah.
I know.
But like, there's so many ways to punish this nowadays, and this is just like the versions of the cards that like say you can't search your library. There's also like preventing ETBs. Elesh Norn is like, you don't get the ETB anymore. Yes, it does get the attack, but anyways.
This was my biggest argument in that thread, was the idea that if you're playing with friends, I get why there's these rules for going to FNM and playing with random people, right?
Yeah.
It's good to have some set rules where you don't have to talk about it beforehand. But if I would have played balance against you guys, because it was definitely in my mono white deck, you would have just been like, okay, and then we would have moved on.
Nah, I would have disqualified you on the spot.
Yeah.
It's definitely in my white. It's in that mono white deck.
Yeah. Either
But that was my argument. Was like, why does it matter? Like, if you're playing in like friend groups, as long as you're not tinkering to go, your friends aren't going to care if you tinker to go get some pile of trash for a dumb combo.
Yeah.
They're going to care if you tinker to go get, whatever that stupid 13/13 infect guy is.
So,
like,
here's the thing.
don't do
Go
that.
ahead. So
don't
isn't
do
saying
that.
play cards that stop like search, isn't that the same argument as like saying it dies to removal? Because like, oh, this card's not that good because you can just play something that stops search.
Fair.
Yes.
So it's not just the search part. It's the other, there's other factors, right? You can stop ATBs. You can, it has a one-time effect, right? Like it dies. There's other aspects to deal with it.
It dies to removal.
Yeah, it does. So the initial argument with Primeval Titan, when it was banned, I think the article specifically said that when people were briberying each other, stealing each other things, they would pass the Titan, the Eldrazi Titans, and go and get a Primeval Titan. They're like, that's enough's enough. I was like, that's a really weird like roundabout way to like think about it, but sure. And like it gives the mono blue player the ability to grant plans. Like he gets to do that because he's
playing bribery. Like he could grab anything else that searches for lands too.
So with Primeval Titan, yeah,
bribery is still legal, right?
Yeah, it is. All the other cards
like 100 times worse than.
Well, so we talk about like homogenizing it, right? Like all the other colors, and maybe not white, but all the other colors have caught up in power level to green, right? Like everybody has access to a Jewel Lotus. So like your commander that now costs 5, everybody's got the ability to just slam that down way faster. Like all those things are still there. So I don't know. All right, next one is Lutri, the Spell Chaser. And people are like, have you ever played this card? I was like, have you?
Do you even know what it does?
I was like, it's been banned since the inception of it, so yeah, like nobody's played it. So
I understood the ban when it came out because it was every Izzet deck played it, and it was 3 mana to literally just cast it from the companion zone. But now that you have to pay 3 to put it in your hand at sorcery speed, this card is completely fine.
Yeah. The biggest argument with it is like it's an auto includes, like, but so are these 3 cards that I'm showing, which is Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and Jewel Lotus.
It still counts as part of your 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every color has like 30 to 40 auto includes almost nowadays that like most decks are homogenized based on their color anyways.
It's like the free card. It's like, okay, but it's not that free. It's 3 to put it in your hand. It's sure if you're able to swath it all in one turn. And yes, I get I understand the setup, but like if it's going to be an auto include, then you have to look at the argument of all auto includes and be like, should we take? What are we looking for? Are we looking for variety, or are we looking for like fun?
And
right?
It's a single twinning effect. Who cares?
Well, you can combo with it.
Whatever, you can do that with anything.
It's all of EDH, right?
Fork.
Yeah.
Who cares?
But this is a combo piece that's always in the command zone.
Yeah, but
or companion zone.
But you know when it's coming though. It costs 3 to put it in their hand. You're like, okay, sweet. Now I know they're going for whatever. But yeah, I see it from that standpoint. I think this card's more annoying. Maybe it's not the companion zone, but if it is in the command zone, it's a little bit better. Like I could see it being banned from. If they were like, we banned this card not because it's companion, but because it's too good in the command zone. Okay, I can get behind that because that seems like a good effect to have in the command zone versus the companion zone. But initially, it was like the command zone and the companion zone were the same thing. So that's when it was like, oh, this is just stupid because now you have 2 commanders. Mm-hmm. Is this pre or no? This is after partners. All right.
Yeah.
Next one was Iona.
Well, whatever.
Oh my god, this card should just
all
exist. Who cares? It's 9 mana and mono white.
So the argument is, and you're right. With Painter Servant, it's the 2 card I win the game, and that's just what Commander is. If you're not used to that, then you should go find a different game to play.
And again, if you're friends, are playing this and you don't like it, you can make them stop, basically.
They literally can switch it out for any other legendary mono white card.
So the biggest thing was like it just shuts down the mono color player. It's like, okay, if you're choosing to not play other cards that you have access to, such as Navinaral's Disc, Perilous Vault, or Spine of Isha, to deal with this one-off card. Also, like this can, like, let's say if you're the mono white player and the guy to your right is blue white, it affects some amount of spells in his deck, so he has incentive to kill it too. So it's like, it's not just like a blanket statement and like it's like, oh, I don't get to play the game. It's like,
What snow lands did you need, JB?
all of them.
Every monocolor
What snow
EDH
lands
deck,
did you need?
blue. Every monocolor EDH I've built has always had a colorless removal because, like, you never know when you're going to face that moment of something having protection from your entire deck.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you play it? I play Boompile just because that card's funny.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
And these are
if
like-
you
You
go
never
off
know
the
when
turn-
someone's gonna play Ring of Protection against you.
Yeah.
Well, like, just there's things that just naturally have protection from colors.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's
Like
also
Bane Time.
things that have channel now too. They've
Yeah.
and again, it's the the classic
What is that?
that argument, but
You can literally just Otawaro this.
yeah, like it's
What
just,
is that? What is that double green spell that says pay 2 to counter any black spell?
life tap.
Yeah, life tap is so cool. I love that card.
Yeah, that I like that with Painter Servant, like those kind of that. I think that's fun nonsense.
Oh, I don't even need Painter Servant. I'll
Well, you
just
make it-
play it to screw over the guy who's playing black.
All right. So this one, people are like, you don't understand. Turn one, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, I get it. So
I
Araya,
think isn't this just Jin-Gitaxias?
it's the same thing. Yeah. So this is the Araya Sartami Ascendant. It's a 1/1 flyer, and then when it flips, it has counter the first spell played by each opponent each turn.
The only time I see this flipping is in CEDH.
Everybody did. Some people were like, you can do that in turn one consistently. And I was like, that's a god hand. And then,
Ow.
well, and I was like, they're like, well, no, it's a mediocre hand. Because I was like, explain to me what a mediocre hand is then, because I am not understanding.
And if it's a mediocre hand to just play this on turn 1 and have no follow up, that means this card is not that good.
Yeah. Well, the response
you just
was
said it yourself. This is mediocre.
the response was like, Mox Diamond Chroma. I was like, okay, that's a god hand. You got there.
And you have nothing left in your hand after that.
Yeah.
You dump everything, and then it only counters the first spell. So if someone plays a kill spell and someone else plays a kill spell, it's gone.
So
I can do the same thing. Watch. I can entomb Jin-Gitaxias and then reanimate.
yeah, win. So
And that's 2 spells.
yeah.
Like 5.
Yeah. So, like, in those god hand scenarios, and this is something I advise everybody to do with their EDH deck or whatever, shuffle it up, take the top 7, lay it out, and do that for your entire deck. And tell me how many god hands you actually had and versus mediocre hands. And the number is going to be a lot lower than you think. I think people have that one time where it's like, oh, man, my friend, my buddy, he did this once, and we didn't get to play. It's like, yeah, you just shuffled up and played the next game and go, oh, wait, you didn't have a god hand.
You
See
got
ya.
it.
So,
That's
Your
like
hand
that.
sucks this time. Sick.
yeah.
It's like when Josh played Gitrog, he'd always kind of mention, like, I can technically play it. I think it's turn 1. But it's like you need such a perfect hand and a 99 card. It was never like something we were ever really afraid of happening.
It just didn't happen. And that's also your opponent's doing
I got
nothing.
it like one time. I think I did it once
Yeah.
or twice. Like one or 2 times. I
And nobody had the
Jin-Gitaxias.
force of will.
And that's
to
out
do
of
it.
probably like hundreds of games.
Out of
we've
hundreds
played.
again,
of games. out of
Exactly
hundreds
what
of
you
games.
did when that happened was you picked up your cards
Yep.
and you shuffled up.
Oh, let's try this again. It's like sick move. So
Yeah, you got it. Cool.
they
you
also
won that
have
one.
things that like say can't be countered, such as Void Rend, Abrupt Decay, Channel with Beseiju. Like there are ways to get around this. And then there's also Cavern of Souls. Ever heard of Allosaurus Shepherd? They just say like this card can't be countered, and green spells you control can't be countered. Like it's just there's so many different ways to get around like this can't be countered ability. So if this is truly the problem and you're not putting in like Cavern of Souls, which is just a free answer to put this in, like it's a free card to put in your deck. Like I don't know. Also,
By
you
the
can just
way,
play a second card.
some of these cards are expensive. Just proxy them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
proxy. Who's
Yeah.
gonna stop you?
Yeah, if the guy's playing a Ryo, but either way, also a shout out to Kamigawa how they were so afraid to target the Magic Pack, and when you look back at these cards, they're horrendous to look at. like Kamigawa
No, they were
cards.
cool because they had another art. If you flip it upside down, I thought.
It's all. I mean, yes, but they had no word. They had nothing. Like they had no.
The layout was
Yeah,
ugly.
they had nowhere to like work on the card. Like there's just so little like to do. So
No, I like it.
Josh used to play the green one where your
right.
lands would tap for the same lands as you control or something like that.
I love this one. So Biorhythm and
Oh my
Coalition
God.
Victory. Everybody's just like, when you play Wrath of God and then you play Biorhythm, it's like, it sounds like a 12 mana combo. Yes.
Yeah, you ever been Thoracled before? Way easier to do than this.
Yeah. Also, World Fire exists. It does like the same effect. All it does is just make the game like not relevant, right? It just exile everything, and everybody's life total becomes 1. So nobody has anything.
Why am I not playing a World Fire deck?
Because you get to play it once, and everyone goes, I don't want to play this anymore. Then everybody
I
moves
need
on.
it for goblins because I can cast this and in response float mana with Skirt Prospector.
Right. Yeah. All right. And then same with Coalition Victory. So many people are like, well, you can have a 5 mana commander in command zone, and with Triumphs it's so easy. It's like so. All I have to do is, and then we just take. Is that all I have to do? It seems.
Or if they have their God Hand, again, you just lose.
You
and
can't
play
turn.
again.
There's no constructed hand where you can play all 5 lands or all 5 types. All 5.
You
all
can
5
do it. I bet you can do it.
And 8 mana
Agreed,
sorcery.
Devin. God hands are rare.
Yeah. No way. No. This card's completely fair. There's something that people have in them that hate like these spells that just like win the game. And I say to you, why is Thassa's Oracle allowed? Like why it's the same thing. It's faster, it's cheaper, and it's like the crux of all of CDH. And what people do when they don't like those spells is like take your CDH over there. I think the biggest issue that Coalition Victory or like Biorhythm has, it's a power level discussion or a power level like discrepancy. The guy that's bringing in like the Mana Crypts, the Jeweled Lotus deck, is playing against the guy that has like a pre-con plus 5 cards. You know.
I also think people just lose once to a card like this, and then they're like, "Nope, it shouldn't be unbanned. I never want to play against it again. Like that was terrible."
Yeah.
It's the same reason the committee for Commander probably banned these. Is they played against them once, and they're like, "Nope, can't allow it."
So before we go,
Also-
go on.
I was just gonna say, is that Sisse on Coalition Victory?
It is. It's Sisse,
Okay.
Gerard, and then some Minotaur that's part of the team.
Okay.
Goon.
Yeah, Heirloom Minotaur or something. I don't know. All right. So before we go into the last section of today's cast, I want to bring up that I bought this thing, which is from the Telerium, the professors,
His cube thing.
It's not. It's just a deck box. So I thought what this is going to be is really small. It's pretty massive, dude. Like this is a huge thing for a singular deck box, right? So we're doing a live review.
What'd it cost?
I don't know. It was a Kickstarter. I think it was like $60.
Okay.
There are some nice features to it, like which he did think about it. So it comes with whatever this is. It snaps on. It's magnetic.
It's a dice tray. You can fold it and you can roll your dice in it.
Oh yeah, smart. I should probably read the directions that came with it, huh?
Tony's reviewing this product without knowing anything about it.
So it comes with you can open it up like this, and then it has tray number 1, which is pretty nice, and then tray number 2. They also slide out, and then it also has a token area for your thing, and then the main deck goes here, and then it has this really janky plastic thing to separate the sideboard for what it's worth. I wish this thing was smaller, man. I really
I think
do.
it's too big.
It's massive
For one deck.
For one
yeah.
deck. For one deck. And
Well,
there's no way
isn't it supposed to fit in EDH or something?
Oh yeah, an EDH and all your tokens. So
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
So that's fine.
So this is the perfect thing to have for when I go around hand. This would be ideal to put my deck in, plus the business cards, the stickers I hand out, all that stuff. So this is really ideal for that. If I'm just rocking one deck at a tournament, this thing's really bulky, and I wouldn't want to put this on the floor because it's again bulky. And then on top of it, putting it on play space, you really don't have that much. So
At a bigger tournament, at least. I mean, F&M, it's fine, whatever. I mean,
yeah.
At F&M, I bring that big old bulky box that I have all my decks in.
it also came with like this stuff too, like all this like thank you cards, and then it came with like writable tokens. So if you have like a dry erase, I can make drawings on them. So JB, if you want some of these, let me know.
Man, why would I want that when I can get official furry cat tokens from Wizards of the Coast?
Comes with like a
Right
1/1 merfolk in it, and then the actual thing that's pretty cool. These treasure tokens are actually pretty dope. They're foil. And
That's cool.
yeah, they actually look good. I like these. So out of everything in here, I don't know. This is just a personal preference thing. This deck box is too big for a singular deck. If this held 2 decks, I'd feel better about it. A lot of space is dedicated to like 20 dice, like the guys that have 30 dice, 50 tokens, and whatever else. It's a lot, but
Yeah, a bunch of goofy stuff on them.
I just wanted to buy it because I like. You know, I throw a lot of money at random
Right on.
Kickstarters all the time, but overall,
Which is good.
the paper player stamp of approval. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 9.
4 out of 9.
It's too big for me.
Not
6 out of 9.
No,
You
I
want
just
to check out something sweet? Look at this bad boy.
I
just got it in the
prefer.
mail.
So here's another deck box that's next to it. What is that? Is that a tap? Oh, that Kroxa, you get it altered to Japanese, or that's what you got from Hyryuya?
No, it's the EMA altered to full art
Got
in
it.
Japanese.
Nice. See, usually I use like ultimate cards. These are the ones I like. They come with. It's like something I can hold. Comes with a singular dice tray, and then it holds your deck. These are what I prefer to like. This is like what I take to tournaments when I'm just like I just want to hold this and this only, and I don't have to keep track of this. Whereas
Yeah,
Like-
that thing is nice.
so much bigger, dude. Like, get some scale for this. It's like
Wow, that is big.
It's huge. Like, it's bigger. It's a large. It's heavy. I mean, and you know, I'm the strongest and probably the most strongest on the cast by a lot.
What color is the bigger one?
It's black and purple.
Okay.
It's okay, dude. Like I like it. It's
looks
just it's
gray
gonna be
at
it's,
first.
it's gonna be the thing I take to like F&M because it's just like I don't really bring much to F&M anymore. I bring like 1,000 decks. I don't do that no more. All right, so
I still do. I bring like one of every format, so I can do whatever you want, baby.
okay, guys. So for episode 100, I wanted to go over some of the things that we have done in that time frame. So one, you all remember Petey?
Oh,
The
dude, I
original,
missed that logo.
Oh, that was great, dude.
the original logo. Yeah, walk down memory lane. So
Oh wow, that's like we've come
That's
a long
crazy.
way.
yeah, it was like we had that for the first like 31 episodes, and then I went and got something that was
I remember when we were having arguments about this guy.
yeah.
Yeah, about the coloring.
Yeah.
Remember he had like normal teeth at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we don't like that. Let's fix it. Blah, blah, blah. So this is like what led us into our current logo.
I just want to say shout out again, Charles. Thanks for the free logo.
Thank you, buddy.
Great.
PD will never. I have a shirt and a hoodie with him on it, so like he'll
And we
never.
were arguing about his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think it should have been Mick
Mick.
PD will
because it's a
never.
mimic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll never be forgotten. But he was the. I mean, it is for being free, and I liked it, and it actually stemmed from the creativity of what we have now. So I enjoy him. And then I'm just gonna list off all the failed segments that we had.
Oh my god.
So I went through all the stuff. I always go through because we have those Excel sheets. I went through all of our things.
Baby's bizarre.
So the only one it's not a failed segment, but it's on here. Josh's hot takes has been going on since episode 8, and it's been ongoing, and I don't think it's ever gonna go away. But we had Tony's question of the week from episodes 1 through 19. And then Jeff's bad card of the week from 19 to 58, and then JB's bizarre from 20 to 58. Eventually, so it took 38 episodes, 38 weeks before we're just like, we're done with this, right? And then when we decided to play 5-color, we had the 5-color minute. That went
I
from
can't believe it lasted as long as it
I was
did.
about to say it's because the format died. I'd keep talking about it.
it
but
died.
I don't even remember Reality Shift.
Reality Shift is when we were like, what can we do to change a card? We're like,
Oh,
and we did that for like 4 cards, and I was like, this
How
is
do we edit
stupid.
a card?
Yeah. Like, how can we
We
fix
were
it?
creating the custom cards all along.
We're like, Earl, what if we just did this? What if we did that? So we were doing all that.
All right, boys. You need to go back and get those so we can complain about our own custom cards.
We had the casual corner, which we were just making fun of casually, like these cards that were expensive for no reason because casual people loved them from episodes 52 to 77.
Phobia was like number one.
No, I forget. There was a bunch. Josh would know
Casual
more than
corner was the best one. Is that the one where we picked? No, that was rate the random. I'm thinking
that was right to random, and that one was.
Oh,
You
The
guys,
first ones was the one where if you gained life, they lost life or whatever.
there was just like casual cards that were like
$30.
they're just expensive for like black market.
Liliana, the one Liliana.
Oh yeah,
the
Dark
4-mana
Realms.
Liliana.
Yeah, yeah,
I think we did sort of the anime too.
yeah. Animist. Yeah.
I was just trying to remember.
We have all the notes. They're all there if you just go to the Excel
What's
sheets.
the one that whenever your creature dies, everyone has to sack a creature? Grave Pact.
Yep, that
Yeah.
was on there.
All that stuff. Like those cards are just like these fun hey,
I'm gonna go look it up and we can just use our brains to remember,
Yeah.
Tony. Forget that.
we also have Tony wants to play, and this was like a deck that I wanted to go. We just like that's the deck I want to play right there. Like I was just looking up hot decks. I was like, I just want to play that, and then I realized like I didn't really care. Like
How did that go on for 17 episodes? I do not remember that at all.
Because he only actually did it for like 3 episodes.
No.
And then he said it for like 2 seconds.
I looked at the notes. It's a different deck every time because I was like, I gotta verify this because I wanted to be legit. And then we had
Well, and then he'd go, yeah, I want to play that, and we'd be like, okay, and then we just move on immediately.
yeah, we're like no, we're not talking about this. Yeah, and then we had Alpha versus Beta, which was Jeff versus Jeff.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
That was pretty fun. But if we just ran out of stuff pretty quickly, because when you put things like heads up, it's usually it's pretty clear winners, right? And then we did rate the random. That became rate the random rare, and that
Orlitha
Because
for
it was
Axio
too
won.
bad.
I was
We
every week I was like, this may be the last week we do this. I was like a running joke for a little bit, so I was having fun doing that. It was just complete trash. And then random top 8s were really only like we did
3 episodes.
yeah, it was a lot of it was the juice. You guys weren't into it, and it was like I was like having fun with it, and the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze. So I was like, all right, I'm done.
What
with
was that?
I don't even remember this.
this. I was just top 8ing things.
Oh
And just
no!
trying-
I hated that because I didn't
Oh,
want
yeah.
random top 8s cluttering every episode.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Well,
piss
this
you.
is my top 8 whatevers. Oh, okay.
And it always just turned into us arguing for 20 minutes about
Was it?
like
You
spot
guys-
1 and 2.
I'm telling you right
Not being able to convince Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, never changing his
So
mind
that-
once.
I think after the second episode, I was like, these guys
We'll
hate
never-
this. I'm gonna do it one more time.
He will never cede any point ever.
So I had fun with that. And then those are all the failed segments that we had. Everything that's still alive is the only one that's still alive is Josh's hot takes, and then we're gonna have to get Jeff's jokes
Easy
going on.
and nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh does great.
Yeah.
What's his hot takes?
Oh,
well,
dude,
I shouldn't say
I
that.
got a
Some of
YouTube
them are
video
really
coming-
fucking
I
I have
bad.
another
They've
YouTube
been
video
kinda
coming up,
lame
Josh, on Saturday that will be coming out. I'm in the middle of editing it, but I pulled every hot take that you've ever said. And it's all in one giant clip show.
Some of them are really bad.
We can listen to them. It's only 6 minutes long when you just take out the 5 second set the thing. It's not too bad, but
Yeah, in the grand scheme, you think about it, 6 minutes, that's a lot of hot takes.
It is. And then lastly, just features guests that we had on here. So Team J Pro, which is actually in our area. So thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been on as a guest on the show. But Team J Pro was on episode 31 for Cube Talk. When we got that stint when we were really into pre-modern, when we all went to that tournament, which was Brian
I just
Kowald.
found that deck. I just found it.
Yeah, so that was episode 44. Ali, aka Ugly Face. Yeah, he's been on 3
Why
episodes.
ugly face?
That's his nickname that he told me to call him. So he's
Moniker.
yeah. So he's been on. Usually when we want to go in depth in Legacy, I'll reach out to Ali, see if he wants to come on in. And then Damian Miller, who came in for when the all hell broke loose on episode 71 of that product. Well,
For
you guys can't
30th
see it
annie.
there. Yep, and I wanted to get the store's perspective of it all.
You did miss 2 guests, by the way.
Did I? Or are they down here?
No. Antonio was on an episode, and
I
then
did. Yep. and
Josh's friend from work
Alex,
was on
I
that
forgot to write
episode.
those guys down. I was looking through the
Wow.
notes. I didn't write them down. And
Way
I
to
don't.
go, bud.
I don't remember the exact episode, but they were on them.
Yeah.
And then I did a winner circle, which was like a series of just talking to RCQ winners. Which
Yep, I remember that.
yep,
That's
with
cool.
Nicole Duman, Sean Gallagher, Lee Bennett, and Danny Bambino. All those guys were great guests. They were fun to have, and actually just talking to people and see how their like prep was. Those kind of went more in depth than I thought they would. I sucked at interviews, and as far as trying to do more than one cast a week, aside from doing all the other stuff, I can't commit that much to it. After show, which I think Matt's going to get on the after show today. He said our friend from Down Under, who's been on 3 of them, which is 82, 84, and 88. He's been on the after show multiple times, and we had one other guy named Tyler who was also on the after show, who is from Texas. And I think last week or 2 weeks ago, Tyler actually won one of the giveaways too, which is pretty sick. And he's like, I don't know which one I'm excited for. I don't know if I'm more excited for the card or the sticker. So that was pretty cool. And then fight night. Remember Josh's Monty Python deck?
No,
I didn't make.
Was that one I won?
Not you, the guy that we invited.
Was the guy's name Josh?
Yeah. He brought like an insane decked out, like all altered art Monty Python deck. It was really sick.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. It was one of the coolest things on there.
That episode.
It was
What
a
episode was
it was a fight night.
Oh, it was on YouTube. Yeah.
Yep. And then lastly, Bad Bunny, who came in for the Mono Red fight night because JB did not want to play Mono Red with us because he couldn't play Temple Bell.
Yep. I didn't have Temple Bell combo. Not playing.
But yeah, so yeah, that's everything, man. That's been all the episodes.
100 episodes.
I got a kick out of all the failed segments, but get excited, guys. More segments are coming. More things are coming.
More failed segments.
No, these will go on forever.
Somebody thinking he's always right. More us yelling at him.
It's really all the same segment. I just rename it.
Which segment?
All of them.
All of them.
Oh yeah, and then
the
I forgot. We also there was a shout out from Marshall Sutcliffe from Unlimited Resources. I'll just
Paper player, it's stupid.
Oh yeah, I love that.
yeah. Let me just play one more
Paper
time.
player, it's stupid.
Thanks, Devin. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
too,
guys.
bud.
Thanks, guys. So, just be ready because we'll be doing the same kind of episode set for episode 1000. So, so what is that?
With an even
give or
bigger
take
giveaway.
20 years from now, at the rate that we do episodes at. So yeah, just get ready. All right,
Easy.
guys.
We'll get there.
And then this is one of the few Josh's hot takes that I liked.
Soup in a bread bowl is a sandwich. Dude,
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
Look, I literally said that today. Jeff Burke went to Panera. Hang on, where's the...
That's such a good
Tony, you're wrong.
take.
Tony, you're wrong. Tony, you're wrong. Tony, you're wrong.
You know, he is
Sounds
right.
47... 6:47 p.m. A bread bowl is a sandwich. I said that today before the podcast.
Yeah, there was no connection to that. I was like listening to all the hot takes. I was like, this is my
Soup
favorite.
in a bread bowl is a sandwich.
It's not the. Oh my god.
All right. Before Josh takes us for the 100th most hottest hot take, Jeff, you got a
Are
joke
you
for
ready
us?
for this? I don't think you're ready for it.
Jeff's jokes.
A mom joke. Oh man.
It doesn't have to be a mom joke. It's just a magic. It's a
We got a
magic
joke.
theme joke. It could be any joke.
A magic theme joke.
It's always got to be magic. That's the
I
rules.
just wanted mom jokes. Those are
You
easy.
can do that. That's pretty easy.
Where do bad rainbows go?
I don't know.
To prism.
Oh my god.
It's a light sentence.
Oh my god, I hate this.
All right. So maybe Jeff will have
Josh
to.
is taking over everything.
I'll start next week. I didn't realize. I was
Yeah,
supposed
just
to have
start
one
when
ready for this week.
you have an idea, just write it down. Like just put it in your phone. Just
On the fly. We need a joke now, Jeff.
yeah.
Well, the one, we didn't show it last week, but the one is JB's mom so old Teferi couldn't even time travel to her.
Wow.
I hate these little like drum things that pop up when you do that.
I just got to get on point. They made the biggest mistake of adding in soundboard because then I can do stuff like
Yeah.
or the
I mean, I
worst
do
one. of
like
all.
that one.
The absolute worst
Oh,
one.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. All right, dudes. That's it. Josh, hit me.
Are you ready for this?
Oh my
This is
god.
the hottest. This is the hottest hot take I've ever had.
Yeah.
Tony, you're wrong.
I got it. I see what you did there. You used my tools against me.
Tony, you're wrong.
What's the hot take, bro? The actual hot take. Come on.
That's pretty good. I like
Tony's
it.
bad at magic.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Tony's bad.
Dude,
Yeah.